That's right guys, we're checking out an awesome looking street slash drift car today. This is the SuChiYu 1/16 scale Top Racing Series Extreme. As you can see on the bottom of the box there's two different colors. There is also another body style that you can get if you're not really a fan of this one. It's more of an old style Ford or Chevy body in the blue and red, so you've got a few choices. I actually reviewed a off-road car not too long ago, the SuChiYu Top Racing Series Gantry, and I think that's got exactly the same parts and everything, and that was definitely an awesome little budget basher. I'll put a link in the description to that as well so you can check that out. So I'm pretty keen to get this open and see what I get in the box. Then I'll get the GPS on the car, we'll do a speed test, and then have a little bit of a street bash and see what it's all about. In the first little bag here, we have the instruction guide. We've got a USB charger in there for the lithium ion battery. We've got a little screwdriver. There is a set of wheels in here. The car does come with two sets of wheels. These are the drift wheels, and it also looks like a set of spring retainers and a spare set of body clips in there as well. Quick look at the controller you get. Fully proportional throttle, brake and reverse and steering. The channel 3 button there is for lights because there is a few different settings you can set the lights at. The little switch here is for speed. That would be your slowest. Then you've got mid and high. Up the top here, it looks like all steering, trim and reverse. So you've got trim, dual rate and steering reverse. You've got your on and off switch and the little power indicator light there. And that requires 3 AA's, not included in the box. Now to check out this awesome looking street slash Need for Speed car. So first off guys, the styling looks really cool. It definitely resembles something out of the Need for Speed universe, but that's not a bad thing. I used to love that game. We've got a cool looking rear wing on there. It's rather tall, but I think it definitely suits this style of car. Got some very nice looking wheels there. The chassis itself looks quite strong. Chunky foam bumper at the front there. We have a nice F1 style rear splitter on the back there. And one cool feature I noticed on this car, as well as the off-road monster truck, these cast alloy hinge pin braces, and on the front there as you can see, so it should make the whole car quite a bit stronger. Now just before we take a look at the electronics and everything, I wanted to take a quick look at the wheels. The tread pattern looks awesome, but they do look rather slippery and they are extremely hard, so hopefully they wear in and they get a bit grippy. As you can see, the top brace is the same as the bottom hinge pin braces, either alloy or cast. The steering arm and tie bars are plastic and non-adjustable, but they do look very strong. Again, all plastic, but very strong looking shock towers and adjustable body post mounts. It is a bit hard to see in there, but we do have plastic dog bones in the rear and plastic CVDs in the front. It does only come with friction shocks. From what I've seen, it is extremely bouncy. We have multi-function or switchable front lights, we have rear lights, and both front and rear have indicators or blinkers. As you can see, we've got a 390 brushed motor with a heatsink. We have the 2-in-1 receiver and ESC combo, and the little box up the top here. This is the programming board for the lights. As with most of these cheaper cars, it comes with a 5-wire servo and a 7.4 volt, 1300 milliamp lithium ion battery. What is scraping? I think that scraping noise is the wheel hitting the body. So I can kind of hear it there. The chassis itself, the body, it's not hitting the ground at all. It can't because the wheels are actually stopping the body from going any further. It has to be those wheels that's making that noise. Alright guys, we've got the stock battery in there and I'm a little bit excited because I get to try my new Bluetooth GPS. Alright, so we've got some satellites there. I'm pretty sure all I do is just tap track and start. Yep, there we go. That's moving. And apologies guys, as you can tell it is extremely windy out here. Nice. Oh, it's a bit slippery. Stop. Read. We've got 31 kilometers an hour. That's not bad at all. Kind of wasn't expecting 31. Now I have got a 3S battery charging. Not sure what's going to happen to the 2-in-1 board, whether it's going to survive or not. So I'd rather have a little bash around and then chuck the 3S in. Guys, it's a bit bouncy. That's the battery, guys. Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure it's going to rain very soon, but I definitely want to try this 3S. It's a risky move. The motor is quite warm after that 2S run, but I was giving it a bit of a hard time there in the end. So I will plug it in. Hopefully it survives, and hopefully we get a good speed. Somewhere around 50 kilometers an hour maybe, if I can control the car. Track. Start. We'll see what we can do with the 3S. Oh yeah, that's extremely hard to control on 3S. Oh, almost need a gyro. Oh no. Oh. Alright guys, we'll check this speed. It's extremely hard to control on 3S though. Definitely need some oil filled shocks and some better wheels. Those wheels are definitely not grippy. Stop, read. We've got 49 kilometers an hour on 3S, kind of out of control. So I'm not sure whether the car's actually got more in it or not. But guys, 50 kilometers an hour, well, almost 50 kilometers an hour is really good for a tiny little car like this, and very slippery wheels. If you put bigger wheels on there as well, you're going to get more speed, but I don't recommend doing that because I'm sure this motor is going to be extremely warm. Actually, the motor's not much hotter than what it was on 2S, so I think it's okay to run on 3S as long as you're not doing big, long, full throttle runs. But it seems to be going really good. I actually like this car. Very, very fun car, guys. Oh, there was a bit of a signal loss there. Stop. Read. 44 kilometers an hour. So 49 is definitely going to be the top speed for 3S with the setup at the moment. But yeah, when we get some better tires on there, better wheels and some oil filled shocks, I'm sure this car's going to be much better. guys, I really enjoy this car. It's a great little street basher. It's a great little drift car. It's more than fast enough on 2S, maybe a little bit too fast on 3S. The rubber tyres aren't too bad still. They've got a little bit of tread left on them. But the drift wheels I do recommend using on extremely slippery, smooth surfaces. My driveway, as you can see, is a little bit too rough for this plastic, and they are almost gone already. And I'm not quite sure whether you'll be interested to see a diff upgrade or modification. Almost certain they will be plastic gears, so I'm going to have to get them open and check them anyway. So if I feel up to it, guys, I will do a video on the diff change and modifications depending on what I do. Alright guys, cheers, catch us in the next video, and as always, stay safe.